Hey guys, it's LSuperSonicQ here with section 4, the last section in my June month of drawings video series. This section is going to cover my recent works, kind of just stuff I did around the house, or just kind of some doodles, stuff like that. Like the last section, however, I did underestimate how many things I have to show. I mean, I have a pretty good amount, a lot of stuff to talk about, but I don't actually have a whole lot to show. I guess it's kind of for the better considering that I wanted to continue this to June, and June is almost over. So better in that aspect. The focus of this was kind of with the binder sketches and the stuff I did in the art class I took this past school year, which were the first two sections, and it also kind of leaves the door open for any other drawings that I may end up doing or feel like showing off later in the summer. So it's kind of nice, I guess, not to just kind of leave all the drawing stuff here, but that the door is open for later in the summer. With that out of the way, let's start showing some of my stuff off. So, I don't know if I made mention of this in any other videos before, but my school has a literary magazine called Aegis. They pretty much take artwork and writing from students and kind of put it into a little magazine. So for the past year or so, I was trying to get some of my stuff into that magazine. I drew a link picture that I never actually finished, so I never really entered it. But there was that attempt. I actually did send in one of my chalk drawings once, but that didn't get in. However, this year, I did send in a drawing. It did get in, only better than just getting in the book, it actually made the cover. So this is the magazine itself, kind of small, but that's the title, Aegis Spring Issue 2013. And this is my drawing here, and this actually is my text too. I was trying to kind of draw the text in freehand when I was drawing this, but I couldn't get it right, so I just decided to, after I scanned it, just kind of put the text in using paint. So I called this piece The City Sees All, and it's kind of this guy adjusting his tie in front of a city. So you can kind of, I guess, I don't know, interpret that how you want it, but as I think you guys have kind of seen, or maybe know by now, some of my kind of original drawings, I kind of like the whole city aspect, and I guess people in, dressy clothing. So to have a guy adjusting a tie in a suit in front of a city kind of, I guess, encompasses a lot of the art I'm kind of into right now, or at least around this time that I'm kind of, drawing. So enough of that monotone orange though, because I do have the original sketch right here. Just kind of thought I'd show it off. I didn't have the city kind of like the reflection of the top of the city in this one, but then on this one, this was the original sketch, and then this was the original color. And see, I kind of tried to write stuff in myself, but it really didn't work, or at least to my liking it didn't work. But this I actually had to end up tape in because, see at the bottom there I wrote The City Sees All, but I wanted to kind of add this in. I didn't want to use a lot of whiteout, so I had to kind of tape this over it. And then as I scanned it in on my computer, it kind of just, saw this as one image, took that out, and then I put the text in. So that's kind of what's up with that. I'm really glad I finally got in, especially to make the cover. That's kind of a big deal. Too bad nobody reads that magazine, though, which is really kind of a shame. It's like, finally get some recognition after all the contests my school held that either the voting never happened for a t-shirt design, or they just scrapped the contest altogether. And to finally win one is nice, but at the same time, no one reads the magazine, so it's kind of bittersweet. These next two actually have really no point other than they were in the folder that every one of these other drawings were in. I thought I'd show them off because I drew them. Brack and Zorak from Cartoon Planet. Just thought I'd kind of show that off, I guess promote old school Cartoon Network. So yeah, these were kind of just really quick sketches using a Sharpie while looking at a picture. So honestly, they're pretty good just for really fast, but just thought I'd show them. Alright, these next pictures are kind of coincidentally binder pictures, I guess. If you guys remember back to a long time ago, I did that Sonic and Gorilla's cover crossover from Demon Days. I wanted to kind of take that, but kind of refine it, so I decided to actually hand draw it and kind of color it in all nice and stuff. It's pretty much the same concept and everything. I just wanted to color it in. So, as I said in part 1, I didn't use my binder hole up this year, so I didn't have, like, any binder pictures or pictures that I would showcase in the front of my binder. This was actually going to be one of them. However, just kind of due to complications with color as well as probably lack of time and lack of interest, because from what I remember, I'm pretty sure this took quite a bit of time just to get this far, and I didn't want to work on it anymore. So, yeah, I think that was all I was really going to say. That's why it wasn't done. I managed to get Sonic done with really nice colors. Knuckles was kind of really weird because I only had a few different colors to choose from, and I was having a hard time kind of choosing a palette that would fit him as well as kind of reflect of Murdoch's coloring in the actual cover. Then I got Shadow down there, which I started, and then Amy, which I didn't even really start at all. But that was that one, and actually I want to show this because Knuckles, I think, was slightly redone, actually. If you can compare that. I kind of made his head looking upward a little bit in this one, which I think I like this one a little bit better. But I remember that was another reason, too, why this took a long time, is because redrawing Knuckles, took quite a bit of time to do, but that's that, and everybody else is the same. Next, talking about binder pictures, is Kyle Hyde from Hotel Dusk. Again, that series that I think is one of the most underrated video game franchises of forever. It's just such a great series. Anyway, I don't need to get off on a tangent about that, but I drew Kyle Hyde, lead protagonist. However, again, not finished, but this line is kind of faint, but I kind of measured and fit the drawing perfectly in here, because at one point when I was finished, I was going to cut it out and, put it nicely in the front of my binder without the paper getting all wrinkled and stuff at the top, which it kind of did, sitting in my folder, because this is big paper. But again, not really done, so I don't know how long you guys want to look at unfinished work. Another unfinished binder picture is this, and this was actually, I think, the first one I was planning to put in the front of my binder, and it was Shadow the Hedgehog. I wanted to do a Shadow the Hedgehog one, so I just got a comment. That's a really good Shadow. Like, obviously, I should put a disclaimer on, like, all my drawing videos and stuff, but, like, I don't trace at all. Like, never. I never trace. So, honestly, to get this kind of 3D look from just drawing what I see on a computer screen, I think it's really kind of great. There were a couple more betas that I had about this with, like, kind of his eyes looking over to the side. And, I think one where he had a close-up of his face, but I don't actually know where they are. And then I kind of did a brief color. I was actually trying to use my chalk, like the stuff that I use when I do chalk, to color this in, because it's kind of like pastel-y, and I'm like, I could probably use it. Might not look too bad, but it actually looks really bad. Yeah, kind of just bleh. But once again, more unfinished concepts. And finally, this was kind of sitting in the back. I guess kind of go along with the Brack and Zorak. I mean, in the terms of randomness. And is it strange at all that I'm actually ending on this picture? But I thought I would kind of show it. I drew Patrick Stump from Fallout Boy, kind of in the Infinity on High era. This was actually a long time ago. I don't know if there's a date on here. I don't think there is. But quite a while ago, I was kind of into trying to draw like real people, which is probably my biggest weakness in terms of drawing. I can draw pretty much everything else, even landscapes I can draw pretty well, but I just can't draw real people. So I was kind of trying to refine my skills in that realm, and I think it looks okay. Not as good as I remember it, of course. I remember like when I drew it, I'm like, this is perfect, and now I'm like, it's just okay. But I thought I'd show it off because it kind of is a recent work, and it wasn't here. So I guess at 10 minutes, that's kind of a nice place to end this. So thanks for watching all of my June month. Oh, I'm gonna fumble with the title again. June month of drawings, summer video series, that type of thing. So thanks for watching all those guys. Again, I probably will have more drawing videos throughout the summer, but just kind of for this June, I guess, introduction, you could maybe say, section, that's kind of it for now. So yeah, thanks for watching, and as always, I'll keep the videos coming, so without, I guess, any more rambly talk, this video's under 10 minutes, that's pretty good. So thanks for watching, and until the next one, I'm LSuperSonicQ, and fin.